Hi everyone, this is Harsha Cassetti and I'm back with my fourth tip for how to pass plab 2, all the 16 stations without going to the academy. In this part of the specific video, I'm going to cover how important it is to do mocks and what's the best way of doing mocks leading up to the exam. So in my view, mocks are really important, but it has to be done, quite regularly and in the right manner, in the right direction. And again, many of you may end up spending a lot of money. You need to book mocks, and it might be very expensive. And my personal recommendation is not to do that. Find a good study partner. That is the first, direction, the first step towards making sure you do enough mocks for the exam. Once you found your right study partner, what you then need to do is you should try and decide between two of you that okay, in the next 3 hours we're going to do a mock. The first 1.5 hours is going to be for you, and the second 1.5 hours is for your study partner. So what you then do is you decide some cases, and then you give them exactly like the exam scenario to your partner, and they will actually enact the case in 7 minutes, not actually the 8 minutes. So try and prepare for 7 minutes for every exam case, so you're really well prepared when you go for the exam, and you're able to complete those sessions for those cases within the 8 minutes. So the best thing to do is don't go out and spend too much money out there with a number of academies trying to do all these face-to-face mocks and all of that. Do mocks with your study partner, and do blinded mocks where you actually do not know what exactly is the scenario. Do mix of cases and do them more regularly, and that is the right direction of how to do good mocks. This makes you really exam ready. You should try and increase this frequency more closer to the exam, and probably if I say sort of a good number, anywhere between 8 to 10 mocks with a good study partner is good enough for the exam. Don't get tired with doing full day mocks in these academies, going to mocks after mock. Sometimes you don't necessarily get good right feedback as well, so that can be very confusing. So save money on that as well. It's just not really worth it. As I said, in majority of the scenarios where you are in plab 2 now, you got 4 or 5 telephonic conversations, sometimes up to 6 telephonic conversations. The rest of the patients is also just conversation. There is no examination involved except maybe one station, or maybe maximum of 2 stations. So really there is no value in going out there into academies and doing those face-to-face mocks. Do good quality virtual mocks with a good study partner, with really focusing on the time. And then there is another really important aspect to making sure these mocks that you do with your study partner are of high quality. What you should do is, on the GMC website there is a marking sheet. So the marking sheet will provide you with clear guidance on how every scenario is being marked. So when you take a particular scenario, the history taking has got 4 marks, management has got 4 marks, your interpersonal skills has got another 4 marks. So when you're practicing with your study partner, you should try and give marking for each one of those specific scenarios based on specific things that they have asked, and then discuss why you're given that specific mark. That would be a good way of making sure that there is more objectivity to how you're actually marking, rather than using subjectivity. Oh, you just did well and hence you're going to get 11 and all that. So that is my general recommendation on the mocks. So go ahead and do this. I'm sure this will work, and all the very best. Thank you.